What am I doing?
Yeah.
Okay, Mom's recording you.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Lindsay, let's go in it. Oh!
What is he doing? Nobody knows.
I do not know what he's doing. Oh, stop, stop, stop.
Okay, if you hear any snapping or like popping, tell me to stop. Okay?
You guys need to stay back, okay?
Let me know when it's tight.
Tight.
Hi. 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 Oh, that's a big one.
Hey, and welcome back to Lang Speed and Cycle. You might be wondering, why the heck am I standing in front of a 2002 Chrysler Sebring convertible that looks like it's been sitting a really long time? Because it has. You also might be wondering, why are the seats not in the car? And why does it look so horrible everywhere? Because it's full of mouse poop and piss, and it's disgusting. Can't even see out of the back window. Because 5 years ago, this car was brought to an automotive shop with 53,000 miles. Yes, 53,000 miles. Why is the trash can here? Because most of the trunk is in the trash now. I just want to show you this because I'm wearing an N95 mask right now. Look at that. So there's already that from sitting for 5 years, but there's also that. Like, that's bigger than a basketball. There's one in the glove box. Oh! Ugh. I gotta take out this whole spare tire cover thing. Look at that stain. That's all poop. Oh, it's so nasty. Oh, there's more. Driveway. Oh, it's all over the spare. Oh my gosh, it's so nasty. Now, because of mice. And we're gonna try and bring this car back to life. These Cooper CS4 Touring tires, I think, are from 2010. Right now, about to get the shop vac out. We've been disinfecting everything in the car, mostly trying to. Who knows if it's working, but right now, what I'm gonna try and do is get the top down and start vacuuming. So, I've only turned the key on this to get it into neutral. And I don't even need to do that. It's just an older style car, so as soon as you turn the key, you can get it into neutral. Let's see if the top works and if the car starts on fire. Oh, it's so gross. Oh, it's so nasty. There's poop on the visor. Oh, it smells poop. Look at this. This is so disgusting. Oh my gosh. Why? Oh. So nasty, man. Well, here goes nothing. Well, upon further review, I will be stripping the carpet out of the car because they went all the way under the floorboards and through everything. So, gotta disinfect the whole floor. Great, you know, project cars. Good thing I'm going to Colorado in a week. So, where am I going with this? Initially, my thought with the car, I picked it up from an auto repair shop at least 5 years ago. It came in with overheating issues, and I kind of pried the issue out of the owner and got him to say that it was head gaskets, which I've wanted a personal challenge for a long time on a technical level. And the 2.7 liter Chrysler engine is notoriously probably one of the worst Chrysler engines ever produced. And I thought, hey, dual overhead cam engine, timing chain driven, water pumps driven off the timing chain, those go out all the time on these things. These cars are terrible. The 41TE transmission, terrible. And guess what? It leaked on this car. So another challenge. Plus side of this, a brake rotor for this car is $9. The underside of this car was like brand new. Not a speck of rust on the entire car. It was amazing. After going from the Mazda Speed, that was one of the rustiest cars I've ever owned. I think it was the rustiest car I've ever owned. It had subframe rust, the rockers were gone, everything was rusty on that car. To jumping over on this high into this Chrysler Sebring car, a terrible car, but it was a time capsule for condition. I mean, riding this high into this project, I thought, oh man, this is gonna be awesome. Boy, was I wrong. Thanks, heater. So not only did I think that I was going to get a disease or a virus from this car, it needed head gaskets, it needed transmission work, and this was like a brand new engine. Looking under the hood, looking at the engine of the car, it still had the paint on the valve covers, but then you look closer, there was rust on the manifold bolts. All the aluminum around the car, around the engine, had gotten corroded. All the exposed steel and cast metal parts were corroded. For some reason, the left front strut bushings were completely gone, which makes no sense to me. The car needed brakes all the way around. The brand new pads, rotors are completely rusted. So this car needed a ton of work outside of the cosmetics. And that was what I was excited about. I did not think that I would get this far into an interior restoration, basically. I was having mouse turds drop onto my hat every time I crawled into this car from the top. I don't know how mice crawl upside down on top, on a convertible top with the poop on the face. I thought I was gonna die. I mean, it was like so bad. I was inhaling so many chemicals. I mean, this bottle's empty. I went through almost a gallon of degreaser on the floor pans and the trunk pan. I punched out all the water drains in the thing so that I could pressure wash the car. And then life happened. So I ended up having to call it quits on the car. Number one, every year my brothers and I go to Colorado and we go snowboarding out there, and I did not want to jeopardize that trip at all whatsoever. That was a non-negotiable. Ever since we planned the trip, it's non-negotiable. I have to be healthy, I have to be ready, I have to be prepared. Everything has to be ready to go. And this car was a thorn in my side. My wife hated it in the driveway. I hated it in the driveway. It rained one day before I pulled the carpet, and you could just smell, the whole property smelled. I filled up 2 full trash cans with interior insulation and stuff, covered in actual standing mouse urine, and had to throw it all away. So I was really concerned for my well-being and for my family's well-being. Like, I have young kids, can't have them absolutely not go inside of that car, because they get one cut, they could get sick, and you know, some people are willing to take more risks than me, and that's totally fine. And then we got to the mechanicals. I have other projects. I have a problem. I love buying cars. I have car cane, as some might call it, and I ended up, you know, biting off more than I could chew, and this was a perfect example of getting too excited over something that was, I can't handle it. And you know, I don't do this full time, and I had committed basically 5 days already to ripping an interior apart. I had washed all of my jackets, all of my hoodies. I've gone through almost 100 pairs of gloves and degreasers, N95 masks, respirators, you name it. I've touched the car with it. It was so gross, and coming to grips with the profit margin on fixing and selling the car versus time invested was just getting further and further apart. And like I said, life happened, and I had to put the car for sale, and I was getting a ton of interest on it. Actually, didn't think I was going to get a ton of interest right off the bat, and then boom, it all came rolling in, and was able to sell the car for $500, so exactly what I bought it for. But you know, that's what happens in the car game, man. I mean, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you waste some time and you luckily break even, and that's just the way it goes, and you can't be salty about it. I mean, a lot of people looking at the car just told me to junk it because it was so nasty, and you know, a full rebuild in my driveway on a car that's worth $3,500 to $5,000 in perfect running condition. I mean, that's a stretch. And plus you have to deal with time to sell. Minnesota right now, coming into spring, red convertible, black top, great car, but it's the worst convertible you can buy. So, got to put that into account. I mean, this is on the same spectrum as like convertible Eclipses and V6. This is like bottom tier convertible you can buy, and just wasn't the risk, and that's the way it goes. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Get out there, find them, fix them, and drive them. Leave a comment below if you liked this video, if you hated this video, if you have some advice. If you had a Chrysler Sebring, there's a cult following of Chrysler Sebring people out there. Love to meet some of you guys. I want to learn the hype because I actually really liked that car. Sitting in it, being around it, I was like, this is a sweet car. So Maybe I'm gonna buy a Mitsubishi powered Chrysler Sebring someday. I don't know. You'll have to find out. Like, subscribe, keep up to date, watch old videos. Thanks for watching.